Hey guys, I'm gonna interrupt this video really quick. I just want to remind you of our giveaway on our road to 1,000 subscribers. All you have to do is comment, like, and subscribe, have your subscriptions public. We are going to give away a Illumineers Quest Deep Trouble. We are going to give away a D100 gift set that came out back when Rise of the Floodborn came out. Chance to get some awesome cards for you guys. We are going to give away an official Disney Lorcana hat that we got at the DLCs and this Scar Enchanted Set Championship promo that I personally won myself. I cannot wait to get this to you guys. Please like and subscribe, and we'll get right back to this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to Additional Ink. I'm Matt. I'm back again with this mug. I'm also here with Jeff, the fresh first face of the channel, and we've got Asya back with us again.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thank
you guys for being here. So we got some pretty interesting decks up today. I think this episode is very Misplay Matt flavored with the weird energy. So guys, if you want to talk a little bit about your decks, Jeff, if you want to start first.
Okay, yeah, so before I get into that, if you like the content that you're seeing here, guys, please make sure like and subscribe, follow our social media channels and stuff like that. That way we can bring you more additional ink and you can get all those drops of additional ink that we put out. But so today I'm playing a Blurple list. I know Blurple's been kind of recently getting popular and we're seeing a lot, even top tournaments. But this list is a little bit different. I've got a card in here that I think kind of changes the game a little bit. So we're gonna see if I can make it function today. I don't want to give too much away. I want to surprise Asya a little bit.
All right. Well, I don't have any surprises from you because you can probably guess what color combo I'm playing, like always.
Grease Seal.
No, that's Mark.
Okay.
That's Mark, but you know me, I'm a red-purple player.
Okay.
Ruby Amethyst, right?
Yeah. Ruby Amethyst, yeah.
Ruby Amethyst. But I did decide to do a little bit of a different take on it and do a little bit lower to the ground and, you know, let's get to 20 more fast.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see if I can react to that. So we are all shuffled up, so we'll present our decks for cutting, and then we'll roll for first.
Yep, and just a reminder, we are playing best of 2 today.
Yes.
And again, if at home, if you're not familiar with best of 2, the player that goes first on game 1 goes second on game 2.
So you rolled a 2. How's that feel?
Ooh. Yeah, I got snake eyes. I mean, at least it's the pretty Mickey.
No, these are not snake eyes. These are Mickey.
They're Mickey ears.
They're Mick eyes.
You got Mickeys.
Yeah, I got Mickeys. I mean, you do get a Mickey if you win a DLC, so.
That's true. And I rolled a 6, so I will take the play first game. One of the reasons, guys, that we do 2-game format here too is just kind of the length of the videos. We want to kind of give each person time to play in the draw, so you guys can kind of see how the decks work without taking too much of your time. This allows us to bring you multiple videos with multiple different decks in a shorter frame of time.
That's true. Yeah. All right. So the big question is, do we have any alters?
I might have 1 or 2.
All right, I have a friend, Ronnie. Hopefully you guys will be able to meet her soon, but she says when you play types of decks like this that you shouldn't alter your hand. So I'm gonna take her advice and keep all 7.
You're gonna go full heart of the cards.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Ronnie is
I'm gonna trust my deck.
Ronnie's a firm believer on never mulliganing. altering. I'm gonna alter 3.
The only thing she alters in is magic because you have to have lands, but other than that,
I will tell you,
trust your cards.
For her never altering her hand, I've seen her win quite a bit.
Oh, she is such a good player.
And part of that's her deck building because she builds all her own decks.
She builds really good spicy decks. I really like her pirate build that she did for set 6 cards.
I'm excited to see what she brings to set champs.
I'm very excited.
I was gonna use the word scared, but yeah, sure.
Well, the hope is that you don't match up with her and you can be excited. So that's ready for you to cut.
I always hope I can go against her because it's fun seeing our decks interact. Since, you know, we both build things that are a little out of the norm.
All right, so I'm gonna start us off.
All right.
I'm going to ink a Rafiki Mystical Fighter.
Ooh.
Okay.
Some deja vu here. To play a Rafiki Mystical Fighter.
Okay.
So for those of you who are not familiar, he's a challenger +3, and whenever he challenges a hyena character, takes no damage from the challenge. Pretty good against green purple lists that are running around now, but she's not playing green purple, so it doesn't really do me a whole lot of good there.
All right, I'm gonna draw per turn, and I am going to ink this really pretty white rose.
Okay.
And I'm gonna play a Moana.
All right.
Ooh, okay.
Self-taught sailor.
All right.
Now Moana can't. Is it can't challenge?
Yes,
if there's no
she
captain?
cannot challenge unless I have a captain character in play.
Okay.
So we're just straight questing.
I mean, or I could have some pirate captains in here.
That's true. Are you?
You never know.
Passing turn.
Yes, I'm passing
All
turn.
right. So let me draw a card. All right. So we got a little bit of a tricky hand here.
Yeah, I see that.
I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to ink sail the Azurite Sea,
Ooh.
Yeah.
and I'm going to have to play one jump ahead
Okay.
to get a little bit of ink, and then I will pass my turn.
All
You know,
right.
you know, the hand may have been a little difficult, but he still didn't miss his opportunity to get an additional ink.
No,
So.
that is kind of the whole point of this deck.
He'll never miss that. I'm gonna draw per turn. I am going to ink the Sisu, and I'm gonna play a Flynn Rider.
Ooh,
You know, he's just stealing some gems out there.
that could be a problem for me.
You know-
And at the start of your turn, if you have a character in play with more strength than each opposing character, gain 3 lore.
Yeah, that could be a real problem.
Does
early on.
Challenger count for that?
No.
Don't think so. So right now it's a 3-0. All right, but I'm gonna pass.
You know, that's such a good 1-2 that people are playing with right now. Just being able to get that 3 power
Yeah.
character in and then lay the Flynn down. It's
It does feel nice.
yeah, it's pretty scary.
All right, so I'm going to first off, I'm going to ink a genie.
Ooh. Okay.
We'll talk more about that one in a little bit, hopefully.
Yeah, a genie, not the one you've been seeing lately.
And I will play Mama Odie.
Ooh, okay.
So Mama Odie is whenever you play a song, you may put the top card of your deck into your full exerted, kind of like one jump ahead. So I'm going to try to abuse Mama Odie today.
Are we gonna just be ramping to 20 ink?
Yes, that's
Okay.
the alt win con of this deck. And I will pass, and unfortunately, you're going to get that lore gain.
Yes, I will ready and I will draw per turn and I will gain that 3 lore.
It's pretty sweet.
And just to complete this line in the most fun way, I'm gonna ink this Diablo and I'm gonna pay
Sisu.
3 for Sisu.
All right.
That combo's really good with that Flynn trigger.
Yeah.
And we're gonna actually quest with Moana and then I will pass.
I might be in trouble here, guys.
You might be in danger, sir.
All right, so we're gonna do a couple things here. We're gonna start off, we're going to ink Jafar. I will then pay 4 for how, actually, I'm gonna have Mama Odie sing. Friends on the other side, so
Okay.
I'll draw 2 cards.
and
All right.
then a card will go into your ink.
And then a card will go into my inkwell.
That is such a cool little interaction there.
Ooh.
I will then pay 4, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna pay 4 for my own genie. He's evasive. And he also, when you play him, you draw a card. And
I
then,
like that genie a lot.
and then from here, what I think I'm going to do is I will actually, so you got bodies. There's not a lot I can do about them right this moment. So what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and trade the Moana here.
All right.
I don't think I have another option. And then I will pass.
All right. I will ready everything up, draw per turn, and how many cards in hand?
Too many to count. No.
So I do
Sisu
think
is big.
that
It's a big Sisu.
Gets that Flynn trigger
She
again.
does.
Yeah, that Sisu is a 5/4 currently.
Yes.
Very nice. All right. So at this point, I'm gonna ink this Diablo,
Okay.
and I'm actually gonna play my favorite card in Lorcana, Super Goof.
Super good.
And he is gonna put 2 damage into
Yeah.
Mama Odie. Doesn't kill her, but I will gain those 2 lore off of that.
Doesn't banish.
Yes, doesn't banish her.
We'll put the banish filter over.
Yes,
We're gonna
please.
start implementing that.
All right.
And then I will actually just quest for 3
Okay.
and pass.
All right. So we'll draw a card. All right. So we're gonna do a couple things here. I think what the first thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to actually I'm gonna have to take out the Flynn with the genie.
Fair. It got me 2 good triggers, so.
I don't think I have an option there.
No, you don't.
All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have Mama Odie sing. Boss is on a roll. So I get to look at top 5 cards in my deck. I can put them, any number of them on the top or bottom of my deck in any order, and I gain 1 lore. So I'll go ahead and hit the lore now.
So here's a question. Do you have the Mama Odie trigger happen before you resolve boss?
So boss needs to resolve first because Mama Odie does go into the bag, but I'm going to resolve boss first.
Right. Okay.
That
That's
means he could literally choose what he inks.
Yeah.
That's a nice interaction.
He can set up what gets inked and then what his next draw will be.
Yeah, that's a nice interaction.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 ink.
Soon to be 7 when I have a measly 4.
I think I'm going to leave that one on top.
Yeah, definitely got some options there.
I think I'm actually going to put these on the bottom, and I'm going to leave these 2 on top.
Okay.
So now I will trigger Mama Odie.
Yep. There's a lot of a singing action. That was really cool.
So what I'm going to do here now is I'm actually going to pay 4 for a how far I'll go.
Ooh.
And I'm going to put that one into my inkwell and that one into my hand.
So we are racing to 20 ink.
Yeah.
It's what he hasn't made too many additional ink jokes.
You give card draw to Sapphire, and that's what it does.
And then I'm going to pay 2 for a Sail the Azurite Sea.
Okay.
And I think I regular inked this turn already.
But you do get an additional ink from Sail the Azurite Sea.
So
even though he said like
you
what,
can't
3
stop
this
this man.
time?
He's gonna find the
so
way.
I'm going to ink this Sail the Azurite Sea.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That seems like an acceptable number. I think I'll stop there and I'll pass my turn.
Yeah, what turn was that? 5?
Yeah, I'll tap my 4 ink.
Yes, turn 5.
Almost double your ink that you should be
draw
on.
per turn.
It's pretty good.
But I am at a major lore disadvantage.
Yeah, there's 11 lore difference right there. That is a little scary.
At this point in time, I am
Trying to draw my way out of it.
I'm actually gonna pay 2 to play a Pinocchio.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna pay 1 for a Moana.
Oof.
And I will pay 1 for a Maleficent.
I might just be too late.
This deck really doesn't need a lot of the additional inks.
No.
And then I'm gonna challenge Mama Odie.
All right, that'll take her out.
Yep.
And I will gain those 2 lore. And I will quest for 2 and pass.
Wow.
All right, so I'm seeing now that there's some other cards I want in this deck.
So Jeff, you wouldn't happen to have a B prep in there, would you?
No, unfortunately not.
Darn.
So I'm gonna draw for turn.
I think I'm the only Ruby player at this table right now.
Yeah.
So you pretty much have game. So, but I'm gonna do just some funky stuff, just because I can. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pay.
We're gonna ink something to at least get to 10 ink.
I believe we are already. So first thing I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna play Mama Odie. Because you've already got game, I'm gonna sing Fred to the other side.
Okay.
So I'll draw 2. Oh, well then ink with Mama Odie. Man, I am just a couple turns behind.
Yeah.
And then what I will do is I will pay 2 to bounce my genie. I'll pay 4 to replay him.
Okay.
I'll ink this Tipo. I'll pass, you got it.
All right, how much ink did you end up at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Not bad.
Ooh, nice. And
Not
I'll
bad.
just play this for my turn.
All right.
And then just, yeah.
So,
Wow,
so
quick game 1.
So the deck did some things that I wanted to do. A little bit slow on the uptake. That Flynn trigger, the double Flynn trigger.
The
was
Flynn
approved.
trigger and you not having, because like, I know your deck and I know you have Fox, and not having that to deal with that was a little painful. Sometimes that's just how it happens, you know?
I'm glad that line worked out. I haven't had it actually work where I've pulled all 3 pieces for that together, so that was pretty nice.
I'm glad you were able to get it out.
Yeah.
It won't happen during set champs, but you know.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
With my luck, it only happened once, and it'll never happen again for at least 3 to 5 business years.
All right, guys, we're gonna shuffle up and get ready for game 2. We'll be back in just a minute.
And we're back for game 2. So, Jeff, you went first in game 1, so Asya gets to be on the play this time.
Yes.
All right, so I will
go first.
I will cut your deck.
I'll cut yours. Let's see if we can beat 11 ink this time.
Yeah, was that what I ended up at?
Yeah, you ended up in 11 ink, which was pretty impressive.
So then,
But as we all know, lore is what wins the game.
Yeah, didn't do too great in that aspect. So I'm going to send it back.
I'm gonna keep in the philosophy of Miss Ronnie, and I'm not gonna put anything back.
Part of the cards again.
That's so scary.
Honestly though, like when you think about it, if you're building a deck that's lower to the ground and has a good distribution of inkables to non-inkables, yeah, you don't really need to mulligan that often.
I'm gonna do 5.
Okay.
You can kind of just trust the deck to do what it's gonna do. So I understand that sentiment because of the types of decks that
Yeah, I think with any
she builds, right?
Yeah, she does build a lot of hyper aggro builds, and I feel like with hyper aggro, if you have to mulligan a lot, then you don't have your count right with the uninkables and inkable count.
Yeah.
With the variations.
I'm starting to wonder if aggro build is a good matchup for this deck. We'll find out.
It might be a rough matchup, but hey, honestly, it did do cool stuff in game 1.
Yeah.
It just like it needed another turn or two to get going.
All right, and so you are on the play this time.
All right. I will. This point in time, I'll be nice. I'm gonna ink this Moana.
Okay.
And play a Moana.
I'm gonna play a Chernobog.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
Still,
I will pass.
still a nice aggressive one drop. Can draw some cards too.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off.
Well, a card.
I'm gonna ink this Jafar.
But unlike the Kuzgrow, I can't have it where you let me draw a card. I get to pick.
And I will play another Rafiki Mystic Fighter, and I will say go.
I do like that Rafiki.
It's pretty art too.
There's been some pretty good Rafikis that have
I
come
remember
out.
when we got him, there were no hyenas in the game yet. So
Yeah.
we were like, what
Like,
hyenas?
what is this about? What are you on? And then it was like hyena. It's like, oh, okay.
And you know, since I've been talking so much about Diablo, I'm gonna ink this goat, and I'm actually gonna play my Kuzgrow.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm also gonna
Kuzgrow.
tap 1 for Pascal, which
Oh
is
my
the
gosh.
evasive.
All right.
And I'm gonna quest for 1, and I will pop it for the card draw,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I will pass.
Seems pretty good.
All right, I'm gonna draw here. So I think I'm gonna have to. I don't really want to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to do it this way. I'm gonna ink Madam Snake.
Ooh.
I'm gonna play a Tipo.
Okay.
Yep.
With Tipo, I will ink that, and I will. I'll quest for 1 here, and I'll pass.
All right. I will ready my ink, and I will draw for a turn.
So real quick, Tipo, right? Let's just clarify for people at home. The way he inks, you don't have to reveal what you inked. Correct?
Because it says put a card from your hand, not the other cards. Some cards say put it from your hand. Some cards say put an additional card from your hand in the ink or an additional ink. That's also where the nate's channeling because blue steel, you know. And also, I did incorrectly do that. The ink is supposed to go face down and exert it, so I'll fix that now.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So it's not that you can ink and then use it.
Yeah,
to then
it's not like
use it
Wishbone.
Yeah.
Or sail. Sail lets you just put it upright.
Yep.
I love sail.
Well, I'm gonna actually put another goat into the inkwell.
Yeah. It's kind of where he lives early game.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm gonna pay 3, and we're gonna drop some real estate.
Oh, okay.
I can't build a deck without some real estate.
That is your MO, so to speak.
But I do have the library, so whenever a character is banished while there, I get a card draw.
Okay.
Fortunately, I do not have enough ink to put any of my characters over there.
Okay.
But I am going to quest with this Diablo, so maybe you will give me a card,
Maybe.
and I will pass.
I'll think about it. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ink bosses on a roll.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 3 for a Mama Odie.
She's back again.
She is back. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put 4 damage on the library with
Oh,
Tipo.
interesting.
Okay.
And then I will
smart.
pass.
All right. I will ready my ink, and this I will draw per turn. I will gain 1 off the library. And in this spot, we're actually gonna put another goat down into the inkwell.
Okay.
He's very cute, but he belongs in the inkwell. And I'm gonna pay 2 to move them both into the library.
Pretty good.
I like to read, so they want to become educated. Kuzco and an educated Pascal.
An educated Diablo might be more dangerous than the Green Diablo.
And also,
That's
reminder,
a bold statement.
off of the library, I'll get 2 cards because it'll trigger for both.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna pay 1 to play a Chernobog and 1 to move it into the library.
That's pretty
Because
good.
everyone needs to be educated over here. And then I am...
She said this is a house of learned doctors.
Yes. We're gonna quest for 2, and I'm
Okay.
gonna pass.
All right. All right, I will ready my ink and my characters. I will draw. I'm going to ink a Jafar here.
Okay.
I'm going to pay 4 for how far I'll go.
Awesome card.
So actually, what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to take that one. I'll ink that.
Our first drop of additional ink.
Yes, and then I will Mama Odie trigger for a second drop of additional ink.
He got the Tipo earlier.
I did get
Yeah.
the
Or
Tipo, yeah.
Tipo.
Well, I meant the first drop of additional ink for this turn.
Oh, for this turn, yeah.
He
right.
just dropped 3
right,
ink.
Right. Yeah.
And then I think what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to take out the library with these 2.
Fair.
And then I will pass.
I can see that the Kuzco and the library might be a little bit not the best together.
I mean, if I didn't have enough willpower or strength on board to do it, you know, Diablo might have been a good option.
But you know, the thing is too, you doing that kind of protected your questers because he had to deal with the library instead of your questers.
That's correct.
So you're
That's true.
you're gonna get more lore than you would have.
That's very true.
So it's not all bad news.
I'm gonna draw per turn. In this spot, I'm actually gonna play this card. I'm gonna play the White Rose. It is a new set 6 card, but it says that when you play this character, you gain a lore.
Okay.
Unlike the goat, it only happens when you play it, not when it goes out.
Okay.
But it's nice 3 for 3.
It's a good bounce target to replay and stuff. It's a nice card for red purple. You know, a lot of people experiment with that.
I'm gonna quest for 1, and I'm gonna bounce it for the card draw.
Pretty good. Pretty
Get
good.
some cards up in here. And I'm just gonna quest for 1 and pass.
All right. Okay, I will ready. I will draw. Oh man, I hate to do this. This is gonna be the 3rd time this guy's gone to the inkwell. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on that for just a second. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. So I'm gonna pay 7. I'm gonna shift Rafiki.
Ooh.
Oh,
So this is the Rafiki Ethereal Guide. He's a shift 7. During my turn, whenever I put a card in my inkwell, I may draw a card.
Oh, well.
So now I'm gonna ink my 3rd and final Jafar.
and then when you ink, you draw off of
Draw a
Rafiki.
card.
And then
Yeah,
I will
that's
draw.
Are you gonna now sing a song and ink something?
I actually am. So I'm gonna have Rafiki sing Let It Go, and I'm gonna send your White Rose into the inkwell.
Okay.
So then Mama Odie will trigger.
And then
I
you'll
will
get a
draw
card.
And then he gets to draw a card. Yeah.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I actually will then quest for 1 with Tipo, and I will pass turn.
Okay.
Now we're doing things.
Now the deck's
Okay.
doing a lot more. Yeah, in
All
game
right.
2.
I'm a little scared here, but okay. I'm gonna draw per turn. All right, in this position, don't have a lot of good options. So actually what I'm gonna do, because you can do this, I'm going to send Diablo into Tipo
To draw a card.
to draw a card.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's good to have options like that.
Yes, it's very nice. And then I'm going to pay 4 to play a Super Goof
Okay.
The boy.
into Tipo.
Not the growing sun.
Yes.
Man. Taking 2 challenges this turn.
He was growing a little too much.
Yeah.
And did I ink yet? I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
I don't think you did.
Then I'm going
We'll
to,
watch it back later and find out.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
It's fine.
you can't tell off of his
Yeah.
ink state. So
That's one of the things playing Blue Steel. My opponents are always like, they try to count. I don't know, man. I'm having trouble keeping track of mine.
all right, I'm gonna ink this Chernobog, and I'm gonna play the little king and play Simba, the scrappy cub.
Okay.
And I will quest for 1 and pass.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple things here, I think.
I keep forgetting that Pascal is evasive with other characters, so I haven't been questing
Oh,
him.
yeah. I was wondering why you didn't question that one turn. I just thought it was to make sure he got to go in the library, I think, when
So
you had it.
I have 9 ink here. So I'm gonna do a couple things here. I think
Only a couple?
only a couple.
Okay.
I'm gonna start off by I'm gonna play.
We need like a counter for how many ink he's gonna get per turn.
I'm gonna play 5-drop Elsa.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna guess Simba's gonna
I'm
drop
gonna
down.
exert Simba. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to then have Mama Odie swing in
Okay.
the Simba.
Yeah.
Elsa will swing in the Super Goof.
Brutal.
There goes my board.
And just and then I will actually have Rafiki swing in the Pascal as well.
When I finally remember to quest him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ink let it go.
The Elsa was rough.
Yeah.
And then I'll draw a card. I will pay 2 for Sail the Azurite Sea. I'll draw a card.
You'll be able to do an additional ink now.
I'm gonna pay 2 for 1 jump ahead.
Oh my god.
So I will
and then
ink
draw.
with 1 jump, and
Draw
then
a
I'll draw,
card.
And you can still ink.
and then I'll ink with Mama Odie, and then I'll draw.
And then you
Still can ink
still
with
ink
the
with Sail.
Azurite Sea.
Jeez.
And then I'm going to ink this Rafiki,
Was that 3 or 4?
and then I'll draw.
Yeah.
And then what I'm gonna do,
Not 2 up.
I'm gonna pay 2, and I'm gonna bounce my Elsa back to hand.
Okay.
And I will pass. I'm gonna set my hand here, 3 cards.
Yeah, don't get it mixed
Yeah.
up.
Let's, I don't know what I have anymore.
Well, I'm gonna untap my tiny, very tiny pile of ink compared to that. And ready all of my characters I have here.
Yeah.
Draw per turn. So I don't have a lot of options here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay 3 to play a library.
Okay.
I'm gonna pay 2 to play Pinocchio, and I'll pay 1 to put it into the library.
Okay.
And I will pass and come back to me in about 20 minutes when he's done using all that ink.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
If any of you played Magic, this is like the equivalent of Simic, which is blue and green. And those turns take forever. This is probably about the same.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple things.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off with Snake and Rafiki taking out the library.
Fair.
I will then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will then replay the Elsa, exert the Pinocchio, take out the Pinocchio.
There goes my board again.
Mama Odie is gonna sing Friends on the Other Side. So I will draw 2 cards. I
Ink.
will then ink with Mama Odie and draw an additional card.
I wish I had that.
Now you're just showboating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ink with Tipo. I haven't gotten to my win con yet. I'm gonna ink Tipo. I'll draw a card off of Pico.
You've got a 4-lord quester on board, Jeff. What are you
He
talking
decided to sing with it instead, or attack the library.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so then I'm gonna pay 3. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play Fox. I'm going to bounce. Yes, I'm gonna bounce Elsa back.
Okay.
Because I got to be worried about those big 1-drops. Those big questing 1-drops. Okay, so I have 6 ink left. I will then pay 4 for how far I'll go.
Okay.
I will select that one. That one will go into my inkwell.
You'll draw a card.
I'll draw a card.
Madam Odie will trigger.
Trigger Mama Odie. I'll draw a card.
Can I just read Rafiki real quick? I want to confirm something, make sure we didn't miss this.
During your turn, whenever a card is put
Yeah, not just the first time. This card is so good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think we're at what, 5 or 6 ink in this turn alone.
I only have 2 ink left to play. So
Only 2.
I will play a Tipo,
Oh God.
and I will ink with Tipo,
And draw another card.
and I'll draw a card. I'll pass.
I'll
Trust.
ready my,
2, 3,
what is
4,
it,
5.
6 ink over here.
I'm trying to keep it in stacks of 5.
I'll draw a card.
Right. Oh god.
At this point, I can't do too much, so I'm gonna pay 2 ink to play a Diablo and a Moana.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pass.
Okay.
And he's gonna tap 5 to play that Elsa, and yeah.
All right, so we'll ready all the things. I'll draw a card. All right, so what I'm going to do is I will pay 5. You're right, to play the Elsa.
Who are you tapping down?
We'll actually tap down the Moana.
Okay.
I will send Snake into Moana. I will then play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Jafar.
What's this Jafar do again?
So he's evasive, and during my turn, while he's exerted, whenever I draw a card, I gain 1 lore.
Oh, and with the Rafiki. Oh.
Right, I think he wanted to
I think
show
he
that
just
this was
won
the
the game.
interaction.
Yeah,
He was digging.
I want to show how the deck works, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to pay 3 for another Mama Odie.
So now we get to ink twice on yeah, okay.
And get 2 cards.
And then I actually quest with Rafiki and Tipo, Mama Odie. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Go to 9, and I will pass.
I do have a question for you, because I know someone is probably going to say it in the comments. Why not run the Elsa into the Moana and quest with the Fox? Keep it in the game.
To be honest with you, I just kind of wanted to keep the Elsa for a bounce back.
Okay.
And that's just practicing the lines, obviously.
Like not wanting to risk it getting hit by something.
This board's, well, I understand is overwhelming, but it's just kind of the practicing, like, I wanted to risk, to have the chance of bouncing it back.
Well, and it's easy too when you're like really ahead to just kind of play fast and not
Yeah.
think optimally, right? Because you're just...
And this is the second or third time I played this deck, so this is a lot of ink over here, and it's very overwhelming. And see, like, this card's from my hand, and I totally forgot to pick it up.
All right, well, I drew per turn.
I want to mark my hand.
I don't have a lot of options here, so I'm actually gonna do it again and send Kuskro into Tipo just to draw a card.
Okay.
Well, this deck is very low to the ground. So there's not much to get out of here. So we're just gonna play some Gathering Knowledge, and I will put down a Flynn that will not get any triggers as I pass for you to do your fun Rafiki Jafar combo to win this turn.
So realistically, so I understand. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have
8, 9, 10. You have 10.
I have
So
10.
19.
I have 10 on board, right? So I'll draw my card for turn. I'll quest for the 10 on board. Right. Go to 19. And then I will play 1 jump ahead. I will ink. Draw a card,
from Rafiki.
gain a lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jafar got the win still.
So-
Wow.
And then because he did a song, you'll get to ink for
Flex.
2 Madame Odies, draw 2 more cards, gain 2 more lore.
So it took a while for the deck to pop off, but once it started popping off, it did really well. So one of the other things that was in here that I actually was debating on between playing these two was I had this Mufasa.
Ooh. Then you could see what you did all the Madame Odie, Mom Odie triggers for.
Right.
And then there's another card. So the Jafar is not like the main win con. I kind of inked a lot of them. It is just kind of a, you can go one way or the other. So the other thing is this Genie Wonderful Trickster, right? So it's whenever you play a card, draw a card, at the end of your turn, you put all the cards in your hand on the bottom of your deck in any order. So with this much ink, I would have Genie down, I would play this, then I would draw a card, and then I could just keep playing the cards basically.
Right.
And wheel through your whole
And so
deck.
like when you're running stuff like Sail the Azurite Sea, Friends on the Other Side,
So you can build up a
Evasive Genies, yeah, you're drawing a
build
lot.
up a really big board. You just gotta be careful not to deck out, and then at the end of your turn, you get to basically order, okay, I want this one on top, this one on top, and then you put them back on top. And
All right, we do have to count how much ink you made.
do you want me to do
Again.
the Mama Odie inks that I didn't do with the 1 jumps at the for the last action? We should resolve those, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
not leave anything in the bag.
All right.
Yeah, because you would have gotten the 2, yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Wow, you did hit over 20.
Did it. You
Wow.
hit 20 lore and you hit 20 ink.
Now
That's impressive.
That is like the most Blurple thing.
That was impressive.
like this is a very different Blurple list. It is a lot of fun to play. As you guys saw in the first game, Asia really ran away with it, and she was kind of running away with it here too for a minute, and until I was able to stabilize. If I didn't draw that Let It Go and wasn't able to shift to Rafiki to sing it, I don't think I would have been able to turn the corner.
That was really pivotal in that swing. Yeah, and
And
these
take
were
care of the library too.
Yeah.
yeah, and these were very explosive. Like he was saying, they were explosive games. Like your game one was just
Well,
like,
I also feel
very
like
oppressive.
any hyper aggro deck, including this one, when you run out of steam and the other person can stabilize the board, you've kind of lost the game.
Yeah.
There's no coming back with that, especially if you don't pull anything to get a lot of card draw either and run out of cards in hand.
And that's just classic like aggro versus control kind of like this is obviously a control deck, right?
Yeah.
But that was a really interesting exhibition.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Both decks did what both decks went like 100% or close to it in each of those games that you won. So that was
pretty
really
good.
cool.
I do like that Mama Odie with the Rafiki and Jafar combo.
Yeah.
So the other thing too is I obviously like if I get towards the beginning of the game, I got a bunch of ink and I get these two down. As I play cards, I'm drawing them. Jafar's getting lower, but even if I don't have Jafar down, I can still build up a board and stuff with Genie, and then be able to basically stack my deck at a point where like every turn I'm seeing in the deck, especially at 20 ink.
Yeah.
So it is a lot of fun. Is the list optimized the best it could be? Probably not, but this will be in the description. Feel free to tinker with it. Let me know what you come up with, how to improve it. Actually, this was just kind of a thought that came to, I think, me and Matt at League not too long ago. We were just sitting there, we were like, wait a minute.
I think it was actually at Friday League.
It was like a couple of days ago.
Like, it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, like that night we both went home and built a list. And then we submitted them to each other, and I built the exact same list, but the only difference was instead of the boss on a roll, I had a play set of the Maleficent from set 1 that draws a card.
And I'm glad I got to show the bosses on a roll off here.
Yeah, I really like that. I'm almost curious to like maybe we run the version with Maleficent in instead of boss and see how that plays against something else.
Yeah.
Ooh, or you guys do a mirror match.
A mirror match. Oh, that would be...
Just to kind of see which one works the parts.
We could try.
That's tempting.
Well, I mean, we'll definitely have some different stuff coming up.
For sure.
Or maybe we can do like we would do like a gauntlet or something. We'll figure it out. Try to see which one is better against the different decks and all that.
Yeah, I think that'd be that's a fun. I want to see that one come back. Like some variation of that, I want to see it come back, for sure.
But honestly, guys, thanks for hanging out with us again. Like, it's always so fun. Asia, thank you for
Yeah,
hanging
thank
out
you
with
for
me.
having me.
It's
always a fun time.
Love seeing you every week when we play locals. We're gonna try to get some more people on, scheduling and stuff. We'll eventually get there.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have Ronnie come and we just do a whole day where no one alters her hands.
Oh, that would be an interesting. No alters.
No alters.
We're gonna have to be very careful about who we pick for that. Some people might get upset.
That would definitely be a Ronnie day.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, Ronnie's really fun with that. So, closing thoughts on your deck?
I really like it. I think it's a fun deck. It definitely is one of those, if you race, you can get there before they get too far. But when against any control deck, you gotta go right out the gates. Otherwise, once they stabilize that board, you're stalled out. But it's fun, and I like that's a different take on the red purple. Because, yeah, I don't think you'll be able to take red purple away from me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's kind of like me and Blue Steel.
Yeah.
I'll be honest too. That was a demonstration. I don't know if you remember when we did the initial like talk about set 6. I was talking about how thievery and like cards like that were coming out, we're gonna make red purple be a little lower to the ground. And I'm so excited to see a deck do that and actually do a good like.
Didn't pull it, but I have thievery in this.
Yeah,
deck.
I know you had it in the build, so
Because I
it's kind
did
of
make
revealing
this
a little there.
build around gathering knowledge and thievery put together, so that way you could just have 4 ink and be like gathering knowledge, thievery.
You definitely got me with it at locals before. So.
Yes, so I kind of wanted to do a little bit of that. I think in this deck, the highest ink cost is 4. So I really only have to ink to 4.
No, I mean, and like,
unless I want to do multiple things.
it definitely can be explosive. Obviously, this experimental thought deck list of Blurple that we have here struggled a little bit versus that explosive start. Could have been variants of card draw. You know, I did see much better beginning with the Rafiki and the Tipo and the Snake and all that.
I do like that in the first game I got to have my full line for the Flynn.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
So that was nice.
That was really, really smooth. Yeah, super good aggro deck, and this one, yeah, it's weird, but I think it's got real potential against mid-range stuff. And seeing it in seeing both of these in actual action was super exciting. So
yeah, I was just really excited to play this one. This is the first time I've actually played it in paper. Otherwise, it's just been kind of like theory crafting, thinking about the lines and stuff like that, right? But this is the first time we actually like sleeved it up and tried it out.
yeah.
I love how you're making it sound like we've been doing it for a while when it was 3 days ago.
I did give that away earlier, but
we don't know when this video will come out, so it may be a while.
that's
ago.
true.
That's true.
3 days before we shot this.
But that's how excited we were about it. Do you want to take us out, or you?
Yeah, I can take us out. So, guys, thank you again for hanging out. We always love having you join us here on Additional Ink. Remember to like and subscribe. If you want to check out our socials, we'll have that plugged at the end of the video. And I just want to just a reminder that our community is for anyone who loves Lorcana, no matter your skill level or age. And we believe there's a place for everybody at the table. And there's plenty of ink to go around, obviously. So, as seen in this game. So, thank you for being a part of our community, and please tune in for your next drop of Additional Ink. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.